I have been wanting to try out Repair for a long time now, and now it is a perfect time since they are having a huge 50% Black Friday sale, and with Black Friday code it's going to be 50% off. So it is a perfect time for me to get it and also to show you what I'm going to do with it and how I'm planning to get my invested money back. But before I start that section of the video, I want to show you something that I believe is very important if you have some pro version of antivirus. You see this warning here. Now this warning is not any risk. It's not, nobody is stealing your data. There is no virus. Nothing is wrong. This is just a problem with cookies that this website is using. I already notified them and they're going to fix it. It's already happened before, so they know why this is happening. So it's not a big issue. So this is going to be fixed. If you go to my link down below, or you just go directly to this website and you have some antivirus software installed that is protecting you when you are online, you could get this warning, and I'm showing you here how that warning looks like, and you can just simply close it and ignore it. It's not a big deal. You can just continue to work with it. It is safe. If you're not sure and if you don't want to risk it, you can just take a screenshot of the warning that you get and send them to their email so they can fix it. So then you can use the app once it is fixed. I'm just showing you this so you are aware of this, because as I'm using this website, this is going to pop up from time to time. So I just want to warn you that it's not an issue, it's not a virus, it's nothing. It's just I have Malwarebytes Pro. There's some cookies issues. They've been informed. They're working on this to solve this. So just ignore it, okay? As usual, everything I mention in the video will have links down below in the video description. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Marina from Marina Art Design, and on my channel I'm sharing my journey of turning active effort into passive income. In this video and in general with Repair, I will focus on generating black and white patterns only. That is my main interest, but if you want to see more options and what you can do with Repair, I suggest that you visit May Arroyo YouTube channel. This is May. You can visit her channel because she has more options for you. So if you want to make clothes, if you want to make bags or all of that, you can visit her channel, because I will focus on black and white line art because I'm working with vector and it is easy to vectorize black and white images. You cannot vectorize this. So that's why I'm not going to go in this direction at all. This is not something that is interesting for me. She's working with this. She has excellent products and ways how to create this. So you can check her YouTube channel and all the videos regarding the Repair app. Let's go back to what I'm going to do. This is an example of an image that I already created using Repair. What I'm going to do is, number one, I'm going to use them for my coloring books that I'm going to publish on Etsy, on Gumroad, and on Creative Fabrica, design bundles. Where else? What did I skip? I don't know. Amazon KDP, of course. But also, I'm going to try to offer to create them for others. And I'm going to do that on Fiverr because I already have my profile there. So if I go to Fiverr and I search geometric patterns, coloring pages. So this is the results I get. As you can see, there is only 83 results. So this is very low. Geometric patterns coloring page. So that is my target keyword that I'm going to use in my gig title. I'm going to target this keyword because it has very little results. And if I scroll down, I can see that this is mandala. So that's not what I'm going to create. This is similar, but I see the images are maybe AI generated or maybe taken from some bundle. It doesn't look something that you will get from Repair. If I scroll down, this is AI generated, so that's not what I'm going to do. Whatever you create with Repair is not an AI image, so there is no AI being used. This is AI created. This is similar, something that I can do, but it's not exactly what I'm going to do. And then here, this is also another option. I can create a gig where I'm just going to create with Repair maybe 1,000, 2,000 images, coloring pages, and I'm going to send them as a bundle here. So there is no extra work. I'm just going to create those images. I'm going to upload them to my drive or something, and then I'm just going to sell the link whoever buys it from here. So that's another option as well. But as you can see, there is nothing here that is similar to what I'm planning to sell, and I'm going to show you later on what I'm planning to sell. That is why I'm going to try to target this keyword, geometric patterns coloring pages on Fiverr. Now, like I said, if you are trying to follow this along as a tutorial, if you do not have Fiverr account already, yes, it's going to be a little harder. I'm already selling there for 3 years. I have 150 5-star reviews, so all 5-star reviews. I have a couple of slots, so I have 2, I believe. I can create 1 slot for offering service to others, so I can create with Reaper unique, original, custom design, and I will also give copyright license. So that means I guarantee to this buyer that I'm not going to use that image for myself, or I'm not going to resell it. That buyer will get full copyright license, and that image is going to belong to her 100%. So once I deliver that image, I'm deleting it from my computer. It completely belongs to that person as if she created it with Reaper. And that's also another important thing that you need to know. The license of Reaper gives you full commercial copyright for every image that you create, but also that depends on the image that you upload inside Reaper. So if you are using some restricted image, then that is up to you. Then that is not the problem of Reaper. But whatever you generate with Reaper, if your original starting point image is unique and your own, then you have no issues whatsoever. So that is just one way of how I'm planning to sell my Reaper images. I can do it like this. I can sell them as templates in my online stores. So I can make something like this is a background, then I can add some text on top, then I can sell that on Creative Fabrica. And this is also a cute option. I can also offer this as a template or as a service if I want to create something like, for example, Instagram post. This looks like, I believe, like a cute Instagram post. And this is also created with my pattern, with my design. So let me just show you how this was created. This is an image from Pixabay. This is with background removed. So in order to remove background, I need to have pro version of Canva. That's one of the benefits to have Canva Pro version, so you can edit your own designs that you import inside Canva. It's not just that to use the elements that Canva has. I combine this image, this image, this image, and this text, and this is the result. And you will notice that I prefer to work with SVG. That means scalable vector graphics. I do not use PNG. And the reason why I prefer SVG is, let me just click on this so I can show you. This is an SVG. So that means I can easily, you see how stunning this looks like. And I can do this, and this can be printed on a billboard because it's an SVG. So if I zoom in to the infinite, it's going to preserve pixel. It's not going to be blurry at all. It's going to preserve the quality. That is why once I get PNG from Reaper, I'm going to vectorize it into SVG file, because once I upload it to website, for example, Canva, I can easily change color of my SVG art. If I do this with PNG, the result is going to be blurry, and I do not have options of all the colors. So that is why I work with SVG. But if you do not want to work with SVG, that is completely up to you. The investment that I need to have, so already, of course, I have PC and I need to have computer, I need to have internet connection. I'm going to have Reaper app that is $65 for a year. I'm having a whole year to get my $65 back, and I believe that is easy to do. I have Creative Fabrica, it's already paid. This is not something that you need, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to show you how I use it. You do not have to use it, but at the moment, I believe Creative Fabrica is having also a Black Friday sale where it is priced around $47 if you are in the United States, where you do not have taxes. In Europe, we have extra taxes, so it's around 60-65 for entire year. Now, I'm not talking about Creative Fabrica and using this section here. The reason why I need Creative Fabrica is for Studio. I'm going to use the Studio to create an image that I'm going to upload to Reaper. So I'm going to show you that later. Let's go back to see what do we have here. So this is my investment, and then either you can open a store, you can apply to Etsy, Fiverr, Upwork, Amazon KDP, Gumroad, Redbubble, Zazzle, FreePick, Creative Fabrica, Design Bundles. And this here is free, and this is what I'm going to use. You do not need to have this if you have something else, but I'm going to show you why and how I'm using this as well. So these are all free versions. None of this is paid, or you do not need to have paid version to get the work done. So this is the plan. This is my plan. First, I'm going to draw, that is what I did, using Inkscape or PaintNet. So I'm going to draw a black image with different lines, shapes, and swirls. Now, if you do not have Inkscape and if you don't have PaintNet, and if you do not know how to draw, then you can generate image using Creative Fabrica Studio if you have Creative Fabrica Studio. If you go to Creative Fabrica Studio, click on Create New Design, and you create something like this. Click on Spark here. So let me see, in this upper corner you have Spark, and here you can type your prompt. So this is my prompt: lines, geometric shapes, swirls, curls, simple outline line art, bold lines on white background, coloring page. And this is the result I got. I got these 4 images. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. So let me just spread it. And then I'm going to download it as PNG. And now I'm going to use these images that I generated using Creative Fabrica Studio inside Reaper. But like I said, if you know how to draw, you can just draw a couple of swirls, black and white. It doesn't need to be anything special. So the next step in the plan is upload this image to Reaper and create patterns. So let's go to Reaper. Once you join inside, this is the screen that you're going to see. You also have 14 days free trial. So right now you can go to Reaper and get your 14 days free trial if you're not sure is it going to work for you. And everything that you create during trial, you can use in your projects without issues. So that was confirmed to me from Reaper representative. For the 14 days of trial, you can use everything that you generate in your commercial projects. But I suggest that you get a full year so you have a freedom, so you don't have to stress yourself over 14 days what to generate and how and what is what. Here I'm going to click on new collection. This is what I've been working on. So I'm going to click on new collection. I'm going to name it video something test black and white. These are the images I used before, but now I'm going to upload those images I got from Creative Fabrica. So this is the first one, and I'm going to upload the second one and third one. And this is it. I did not touch anything. I just uploaded my image into Reaper. I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching my mouse. This is the first thing that opens up, and I already have a perfect image I can use for a coloring page or for a background of my coloring page or whatever I want. You see here, this is perfect. I can already go to export this. I have absolutely nothing to do here. I can already go to export, and I'm going to create my images to fit US letter. So that is 8.5 times 11 inches. If I go here, I have my settings for US letter. So I'm just going to copy paste this. So 1650. Let's go to Reaper, and I'm going to click on custom. So what was that? 1640, is it? My memory, 1650. You see, my memory is 0 capacity. 1275. This is 1275. Okay. And I'm going to keep using this format throughout the video. The reason why I'm choosing this dimension is so I can see more of the image. I'm not going to flip it now because I can flip it later on, but I prefer to see it like this. So the longer side is horizontal, so I can see how the image is going to look like completely without zooming in and zooming out. And I'm just going to click export. Now some people are going to name their files. If you want to name your files, what I do, I just randomly type on my keyboard because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to rename all the files later on, and I'm creating black and white patterns. So there is nothing unique in them that I need to name them. Like if I was generating a pastel color something, then I would name them so I know which is which. But in this case, all my images are going to be just black and white patterns. So I just randomly hit the keyboard and click save, and then I move on to the next one. Now what I like to do is, this is just my setup, is once I have this, I do not touch it. I don't do anything. So that's the option number 1. And you just open this section here and see what else do you have for this setting. So all of this is absolutely perfect. So I can move this one. I can select this one. I can zoom in. and just go to export, export some random, you can see what I'm typing, save. Go back to pattern, click another one, let's see, this one, export, export some random letters, save. You see, I can do in literally 5 minutes, I can have 100 images without any issues. Now this is the first image that you get because this section here is in center. So how you can move things around? You can move with your mouse like so. But what I prefer to do is I'm going to use the arrows on my keyboard and just go a little bit left, a little bit down, a little bit up. You can see with this, you have more control over the design. For example, I very much like this. So I'm going to export, export, and type some random letters, save. And I do this over and over again until I have the amount of images I like. So just click on pattern and try out all of the patterns. You see this one is nice, the cross is nice. So basically you can approach this in two ways. You can go to pattern. So here you can click on pattern and then you can click on the first one that is here. So the first one, click on it. And then what you can do is just move the image around using your keyboard arrows and then export like this, export like this, export like this, export. So every time you move something around and you reach the image that you like, click on export. You can move it with your mouse and at all the time you are using the same mode. So once you, this is perfect. I'm not going to export it because you already know how to do that. I'm going to do that later on with this image. But you see this image that is completely random that I generated using Creative Fabrica Studio with a simple prompt is creating these amazing images here. So that's the option number one. You can just stick to one pattern here and then move around and export all the images. Or you can stay in this section and then change 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then export each of these images. Now in this case, this pattern looks okay, but if I want to change the angle, I can do it like this, and you see this looks much better than when it's at 0. So this is okay, but this is much better. So you can change the angle of rotation of the pattern. What am I going to do with this image after I download it? So export and download as PNG. What I'm going to do with this image. So my next step is to use my script to rotate all the images automatically inside the same folder. All the images that I exported, I'm putting them in the same folder. If I have MAGICK, that is a free software completely, I'm going to use this simple script, and once I run this script on my PC computer, it's just going to automatically rotate all the images that I downloaded like this into this position. So it's going to rotate by 90. Now, if you want me to share this script with you, I don't know, comment down below. I'm not sure how I can share it with you. I can maybe copy paste it in the comments. So what you need to have is, you need to have, of course, MAGICK installed on your computer. It is a free software. It's small. It's nothing. It's not like, don't be confused. It's not software that you're going to use. So it's, when you download it, you cannot open it. There's nothing that you can do with it. It is just a software that is working in the background that you can use to activate your scripts. For example, I can vectorize, I can change PNG to JPEG or PNG to SVG. I can change colors inside all the images, inside the entire folder using MAGICK with scripts. So that is the purpose of this software. This is not a software like, I don't know, Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, where you're going to open it and then it's going to have some interface you can use. So this is how script starts. So it's asking me where is my MAGICK installed. It's asking me where is my input folder. So that is where my original images are. Then it's asking me where to create the new version of the file, that is a rotated version of the file. And then you see, the code is just rotate everything by 90 degrees and put it inside output folder. And then once it is done, it's going to give you done rotating images. That is the next step I'm going to do. Of course, you do not have to do the fancy work. You can just do this manually. It's not a big issue. This is just me because I hate doing repetitive tasks myself. I would rather spend 3 hours trying to figure out a script that is going to do this for me than actually do it by myself. Once I have all the images rotated, I need to have them as SVG. So once again, I'm going to use this script here, and this script is going to convert all the images from PNG to SVG. It's going to trace them. In order to be able to trace them, you need to have INKSCAPE installed, because INKSCAPE comes with portraits automatically, and INKSCAPE is also a free software. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You do not have to do this. This is just what I prefer to do. And this is the end result. So I uploaded this pattern and this pattern into Canva as SVG file. So let's see what I can do with this file now. I can click on it. You see automatically it changes, and it is 100% perfect quality because it is an SVG file. So I can change this one to blue, purple, whatever I want. It is an SVG image. But what if you are working with PNG? What are possible issues if you are only going to work with PNG files? Let me show you something. Can you tell me the difference between this image and this image? See, this one and this one. Right now, they are looking perfectly identical to you on your computer. But let's zoom in and see what we're going to get. So this is now at 700% zoom. Let's zoom some more. Do you see these dots here? Let me mark them. You see these dots here. So this dot here is 1 pixel. So this singular dot here, this is 1 pixel. If I zoom out and activate this layer that I already prepared for you to show you, this here is 10 pixels. Let's zoom in so I can show you. You can count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each of these red bars is 10 pixels. Here in the bottom, here in this section here, we have bounding size of the rectangle. So that is this section here. This is the size. So if I select all of them, so I copy 10 of them. So let's copy all of them. Let's select all of them. So this is 100 pixels. So this is now, this length here is 100 of these small cubes here. And if I go here to check, you see that the size is 1.04 inches. So I have 4 pixels more than 1 inch. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to reduce this by 4. So that means I need to start here and I need to move. So this is 100, 9, 8, 7, 6. So this is now 96 dots per inch. You see here, inch. So 96, I have 96 of these dots, these pixels per 1 inch. So if I go here to image, resize, to see the resolution of this file, you see it is 96 pixels per inch. That is what DPI stands for. 96 pixels per inch. 96 of these dots per inch. Like I showed you before, this image, when I zoom out to you, looks exactly the same as this one. But let's see what's going to happen when I zoom in on this one. So I'm still zooming in, I'm still zooming in, I'm still zooming in. Do you see what we have here? So this is now, let's try to keep the same. So this is that image at 600%. So here in the bottom right corner, I have percentage of my increase. So this is 600%. Let's see this one at 600%. So I'm going to go to here and let's try to, so this is 600%. You see here 600%. And this is that image at 600%. So let's compare them. So this is 600%. This is 600%. So you see the difference. And if I go to image, resize, so I can check the resolution, you see this one has 300 pixels per inch. 300 per inch. So if I zoom out, these images, they both look the same once you zoom out. But this image is going to look much worse when printed than compared to this one. And they're both the same size. So this is a US letter and this is the US letter. But when I print this one, because of the pixel count, this one is going to be blurry and this one is going to be sharp. That is why DPI is very important. Let me show you how that looks like as SVG. So this is now that same image that I converted to SVG, opened inside INKSCAPE. So that is a vector-based program, vector-based software that is completely free to use. Let's zoom on this one and see what are we going to get. You see, I'm zooming in, I'm still zooming in, I'm still zooming in. And let's see the percentage here, 25,600. That is the zoom, 25,600%. That is how much I zoomed in on this image. As you can see, there is zero pixelization in the image. So if I print this one, an SVG as SVG in print, this is going to look much better than PNG in 300 DPI. That is why I prefer to work with SVG files, so I can get this crisp, clear quality between white and black. So that is why I prefer to work with SVG. You do not have to do it. You do not have to go this way. This is just what I prefer. A lot of things to cover, and the video is already over 30 minutes, I believe, unless I edit a lot of stuff out. The best way for me to help you is that you ask me in the comments specific questions. If you want me to show you how to put this script in your computer, if you want me to show you how to use these scripts on your computer, just ask me down below specific questions, because if I start telling you what I'm doing and showing you how I'm doing things, it's going to be days and days and days, because I have so much stuff that I created on my computer that helps me get the work done faster. For example, I'm going to show you in PowerPoint. So this is an image generated with Repair and then I vectorize it. As you can see, it is black and white. But if I select this section, for example, and I'm going to use my software that is working inside PowerPoint, and I click on this button, just this button, look what I get. Now tell me this doesn't look like a cover for a notebook. And all I did is get the image from Repair, convert it to vector, put it inside my PowerPoint, and now let's say I want to make this as a bundle. So I want to make maybe 10, 20 covers that somebody is going to use. I just click on this tab here until I'm happy and I get this. That's it for this video. Go to Repair website, check them out. You have free trial you can use for 14 days. For next 3 or 4 days, they have a Black Friday 50% sale. It's very affordable because you have so many options that you can make money from it. So check it out. And until the next video, I shall see you down below in the comments. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.